everybody? I'm in my car, sitting at a car wash. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just leaving. But man, do I have updates on top of updates on top of update pile on top of more updates. It's been a crazy but super grateful, super exciting last 2 weeks for me. It's everything I needed to know. It's everything I needed proof of to know that I've made the right decision, and going forward is going to be just on another level. Starting with the weekend of Halloween, I was in LA. More specifically, I was at Universal Studio Hilton because I have an event there every year around that date. That was a 5-day event. It was amazing, fantastic. Everything went great as expected, as planned, which is always awesome, because I like to make sure I plan everything that I possibly can. I know not everything can be planned, but the one that I can, I like to do so to make sure that me and my team, we are all on the same page, because my goal is to do more with less effort, and we can do that by being prepared, by having the right equipment, making sure everything is working properly. And that is my that's my focus. That's where I am. I create things, I build things, I help people be better by giving them what they need to be better. So that was great. The event went smooth, and we had a lot of fun. So that was that. And then we drove to Orange County, where I had a storage room with all my stuff in it from over 8 months ago. Packed everything, shipped that to Vegas, and then the week started. So we started with Sema. However, I missed the first two because I was moving. Nonetheless, it was great, because by the time I got there on Wednesday, it was already in full swing. Everything was already set up, because what I saw happen last year, or actually at the beginning of the year when I went to CES, is the first day I got there, not all of the vendors had already arrived or set up. So it wasn't until the like end of second day where everything was there and to be seen. And Sema, I mean CES is shorter than Sema. Anyways, day 3, 2.5. For me at Sema was great. I got to see a lot of cool stuff. It has been almost 6 years since the last time I was at Sema. The last time I was able to go was because I was working at a Toyota dealership, and one of the manufacturer, one of the, you know, how to say that, aftermarket producers borrowed some of our truck to display their things. And then after that, I was sent to go retrieve those vehicles. So that's why I got to go, not really to attend the event, but I've always heard about it. I have so many friends in the car industry that talks about it all the time. So this was the first year that I had the chance to go on my own steam with my media press access, and it was next level, like next level. Sema is for not necessarily it's for aftermarket, for designers, creators, inventors, artists, and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot of cars there that are new cars, like current year models, but they are there because the aftermarket, the creators use them to showcase, whether it's a paint protection film.
So this Cian Roadster, 2022 Lamborghini, we have PPF wrapped it, which is paint protection film. The color itself is from the factory. This is a 1 of 19 ever made vehicle. The Roadster itself is 1 of 9. Yes.
Wow. And 1 of 9.
Would you like me to give the price point?
Let's do it.
3.75 million.
Can I touch it?
No, you cannot.
Or roof rack, or exhaust kit, or body kit, or lighting, all of those things, stereo system, they use them for that. But it's not made for new cars, as opposed to CES. In the early years, they're all about the new technology, the new this, the new that. They also have retrofitting and aftermarket, but it's mostly for the new up and coming future things that are coming out. So Sema is good for the person that's making things for cars that already exist, to make it better, to enhance for your daily activities, however that you might want to use that vehicle or thing. So that was great. I got a chance to speak to two very, very influential and very well-known people in the industry, and they are, one, Foose, who everybody knows who he is, the star of the Velocity show Overhauling, which was one of the longest automotive show ever, like on TV. So that was really cool, and he was a really cool, down-to-earth guy. I got to film an interview that he did, and then after that I got to ask him some questions about a new project that he said he's going to start working on, which is the Duesenberg. Because back in the day, you didn't buy, well, not for every company, but for some companies like a Duesenberg, you would buy the chassis, then you would take that to your custom person and they would make your body to fit on that chassis. So you didn't buy the whole thing from the same manufacturer, which is very interesting. So what had happened was, in the 70s they were restoring that vehicle, so they took the chassis and separated them while the chassis was being worked, and then the body they sent it to the paint shop to get it redone. The paint shop burned down, so now they have no body. So they made a body for it out of, you know, just, I guess, as close as they possibly could. So they made a body for it. However, the person that now owns this car would like to get a new body made, and they acquired a vehicle. They reach out to Chip and like, hey, I want you to make me, you know, something fun for this chassis that I got. And he was like, heck yes, I'm down, send it over. About the Duesenberg that you guys are about to do, where will we be able to see that when it's done, and how long do you think it's gonna take before you guys to finish?
It could be a 3-year project, and I'm not sure where we're going to debut. We're just excited to do the project.
So this is the new project that he's working on now. Now, the second person I got a chance to is Luke Delay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm here at Foose Design with Luke Delay.
Luke, yes.
Luke Delay, perfect. The legendary mind behind what behind it is called the MarCel Roadster.
Yes.
What is the MarCel Roadster? Oh, actually, what is? Now, Luke Delay is the owner of MarCel Custom Metal Shaping, who is the person that creates the bodies for Chip's designs. So Chip draws it, comes up with the abstract idea what he wants the car to look like, and then he send that to Luke and his guys, and he build it, send it back to Chip, and he do the interior and everything else on top of that. So Luke is also really, really cool guy. I got to speak with him. I did an interview with him about his very first unveiling creation, which is called the MarCel Roadster. Now, the MarCel Roadster is the name MarCel is named after his dad, whom he worked with for 47 years in the business, and they had, you know, amazing relationship and everything like that. So he was really, really proud to be able to name to that his first, you know, official creation after his dad, and also the name of the shop and all that. So that was really good, really cool guy.
Yeah. Do the sheet metal part. Roller and the cut, slice and dice. I don't do that. I start from nothing. I take a sheet of metal off the rack, and then I make everything.
But that's an art. This is incredible. You know, I mean, this is fantastic. You dance with metal.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure right by now you use a lot newer technology to help you make it faster.
This is built exactly like it would have been built in 1930.
That's what I was gonna ask. How much of the old school do you keep?
3 main tools. I have an English wheel that I use. I have a hammer that I use, and I got a couple of tree stumps. And I those tree stumps every day. I use those tree stumps. You know.
So I spoke to him about it. Asked him if he thinks that the new project that Chip is working on, he's gonna have anything to do with it. The stage with Chip. And he was talking about a customer that he had that just purchased that just got a 1930 Duesenberg.
Yes.
That the body had burnt down in the paint shop back in the day.
Yes.
And they had they made a body for it.
Right.
But now the customer is going to bring the car in for them to make a completely new body for that track.
It's going to be a Foose design Duesenberg.
Yes. And do you think your shop will have a little bit of
I think I will end up building that body.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
He said it's going to be about 3 years. So, I mean, for projects that detail like this one and that.
My part of it won't take that long.
Yeah.
To do the whole car for what they do to make it to the level they take it. It'll take 3 years.
Gotcha. That is going to be about a 3-year project. So, super cool. Excited to see the progress and how it comes out at the end, knowing that I knew the inside before that, the person that, you know, when it was announced, and the person that's actually going to build it. But those two things are pretty cool, and I am excited to see the follow-up on that, on the build-up of that Duesenberg. So Duesenberg project, I will be keeping an eye out for any updates on that. And yeah, so that was Sema. Beside all that, at the end of every Sema, there's something called Sema Ignited, where you have burnout contests, drift contests, all those different things. And this year was no different. So it was really cool to see, because you see all different, again, because Sema is all about the aftermarket, the tuner, the creator, the design, the artist, and all that. It's good to see that they get a platform where they can actually, you know, showcase and do things like that. And it was really cool to see and really cool to film, because I started in somewhat of that industry. That's how I started with photography, videography, because I used to go to car meets, car shows. I used to have every car that, you know, that you could think of. I had more cars in like a year than most people have in their lifetime, because I love cars. So I buy them, you know, do some stuff with them, fix them, drive them, then sell them, all different things. So that was my life for a while, and that's how I got into photography and videography. So that was that. It was really cool to see, because if you didn't have a chance to see all of those cars inside of the showrooms, because they were in different buildings and far apart, and if you couldn't walk to all of them, then you get to see them parade around in front of you, one after the other, and you get a chance to take a picture and look at them. Couldn't touch them because they're of course driving, but that was fun. That was really cool. So it was a huge success. I was so happy that I get a chance to go now and forward under my company with my press access, because that is definitely a dream come true, and I am so grateful and so happy that I got a chance to do that. So looking forward to Sema next year. It's going to be fantastic again, so stay tuned for Sema 2023.